You and your kid are not cute at all. Leave this house right away. In the middle of saying, this house says, I stopped. Understood. After that, I started to pack my things. When he looked at me, my husband looked upset. Hey, you don't have to leave just like that. But your dear mother-in-law told me to leave. Have to obey or don't I? Matt, don't talk to that woman. Let's eat cake over here. My wife's mother had a happy look on her face. In my heart, I chose to hurt her nose and take my daughter back to live with my parents. Jennifer, and I'm 34 years old and work in an office. 2 years ago, I married a man named Matthew. The cool dating app put us in touch, and after a year of dating, we got married. Sometimes I can't count on my husband, but he's a kind and caring person. He would look into places I like to help us plan our dates ahead of time when we were dating. When I was tired after we got married, he would wash the dishes or buy me my favorite snack. We had a cute girl about a year after we got married, and my husband took good care of her. I thought my husband was great, but of course, no one is perfect. Out of all the things that bother me about my husband, the fact that he's a mama's boy is the worst. Because of the way he cooks, I thought at first that my husband might be a mom's boy. How is it? Delicious. It's pretty good, but my mom's was a bit richer, I think. Your mother? I wasn't sure why he brought up my mother-in-law's name all of a sudden, but it sounded like he thought his mother had the best taste and wanted me to get as close to that taste as I could. My mother-in-law's food seemed to be on the rich side overall. For now, I did what my husband asked and made the meals richer. Even when we went on vacation, he would ask, "What should I get my mom as a gift?" I thought it would be more natural to ask, "What should we buy for our parents?" even though his dad was there too. However, my husband always began with, "For my mom." I believe it's important to care for one's mother, and there are many mams out there. I later learned, though, that my husband's bond with his mother was stronger than usual. "I think we should live with my mom." What? What? All of a sudden. It seems like my mom and dad are getting divorced. What, really? Apparently it's because of my dad's infidelity. Oh no. I thought my husband's dad was really nice, but I guess you can't always believe what you see. It's so sad to leave my mom alone, and if we live together, she can help take care of our daughter. That could be true. This is my parental leave. If my mother-in-law helps out, I might be able to go back to work sooner. But I was a little scared because my wife's mother liked me. Can we get along well if we live together? My husband and I talked about how I really felt. Don't worry, my husband told me. Everything will be okay. Jennifer, my mom told me how great you were. My husband's mother had told me nice things about me. That made me happy, and I thought we might get along if we lived together. But I quickly saw that my way of thinking was wrong. When my mother-in-law moved into the flat we were renting, she started being mean to me out of the blue. I can't believe you got to live in such a nice place. It is bothersome. Don't you ever forget that you have this life thanks for my son. I had no idea why she was so mad at me. Well, but Matthew is working hard and helping out with chores, so I guess I'm grateful. My mother-in-law's claim wasn't completely false, so I said, "Yes. I'll remember that. Stay that way, at least." "That's fine." After that, my wife's mom would yell at me whenever something annoyed her. Fried eggs should have sauce on them. What's the soy sauce for? It's way too warm in the bath. Please make it hotter. There should be ice cream, right? After a bath, make sure to bring it back to life. Don't do it all yourself. Also, the things that made them angry were not important. My mother-in-law is home all day, but she doesn't do much cleaning. I wish she would be more willing to help me care for our 1-year-old daughter, but she only does it when she wants to and gets bored fast. I learned that my mother-in-law's overprotectiveness of her son was even worse than Matthew's closeness to his mother after we moved in together. "Matthew, how was work today?" It was really hard. Because we were so busy, my boss was tense, so I had to be careful. "Oh my, that's not okay. Should I protest the company for letting power abuse happen? Wait, what? What about that? Don't worry, Mom. We need to forgive and have a big heart. Oh, what a kind child you are, just like an angel. Not calling a man in his 30s an angel. Okay, thanks, Mom. Of course, I'll ask for your help if I can't take it any longer. No, that's too pitiful for the boss to be protested for power harassment based on Matthew's mood. I felt bad right away about living with my mother-in-law. If I stayed with her all the time, I thought I would go crazy. I chose to go back to work and put my daughter in creche. Why do you have to work too? She got mad when I told her. But you can stay home alone today, right? It looks like she thought there was some truth to it. Don't neglect your housework. Her temper didn't change after she said that. Oh my goodness, she's such a pain. I have no idea what will make her angry. I felt a little less stressed after that because I started working and spent less time with my mother-in-law. But there was a problem a year after we moved in together. That day was the second birthday of my daughter. Our family made a cake, got her gifts, and had a birthday party, but my daughter had just turned 2 and was in the terrible twos. It was definitely at its best at the birthday party. Here's a gift for you. Let it go. While she said that, she gave my daughter the gift. No. That's what my daughter said as she threw the gift away. My wife's mum was shocked, but she didn't tell anyone this time because she thought the cake might work if the gift didn't. She took a forkful and tried to feed my daughter. Here it is, your favorite shortcake. I told my daughter again no, and she hit the cake away with her hand. The cream then flew off and hit my wife's mother-in-law on the face. My daughter, who is 2 years old, got a bad mood from my mother-in-law. That's enough. Because I'm being nice to you, you're getting too excited. When my daughter was yelled at all of a sudden, she started crying. What do you have planned? She is scared. I quickly gave my daughter a hug and kept her safe. Shut up, what an unlovable grandchild. Well then, you're an immature grandmother. What did you say? Normally, a grown-up wouldn't say such words to a 2-year-old. She quieted down. You're a sneaky daughter-in-law. Why don't you change that way of thinking? As we were arguing, my husband jumped in and insulted me to cut me off. Instead of hiding with your mom, you should be watching out for your daughter. We can have more children, but I only have one mother. You're awful. That's a rude thing to say, like it's a smart quote. Stop saying bad things about Matthew. You and my kid are both not cute. Leave this house now. This house is… I stopped reading that last line. Understood. I began to pack my things. My husband looked and was upset. Hey, you don't have to leave. But your sweet mother told me to go. I have to obey, right? Don't bother that woman, Matthew. Let's just eat cake together. My wife's mother looked proud. I promised to break her nose, picked up my daughter, and went back to my folks' house. I didn't answer the calls from my husband. I got things ready and sent her the papers for the divorce. It looked like he filled them out and sent them back. I sent them right away to the city office. After that, I called my ex-husband. I submitted the divorce papers, so thank you for filling them out. Okay, so my mom and I can stay in this house, right? You guys went off by yourself. Okay, as long as you pay the rent. Since you hired this flat, I was worried when you left the last time. But if I calm down, all I have to do is change my name on the lease, right? Thanks for providing a comfortable place for me and my mom. I'm pleased it went well. Also, how much is the rent? Well, let's make it about 150,000 yen, shall we? What? What do you want to say? Tell me how much the rent is. Do not mess around. I'm not kidding. That's because I own the place. What? Remember how we talked about it when we got married? A long time ago, I bought that flat with a lot of money I made in stocks. On your own, you must have thought it was a rental. Matthew stays quiet, as if he doesn't know what to say. I'll sell the place if you can't pay the 150,000 yen rent. People will quickly buy that flat. Hold on. Where will my mom and I live if you do that? I don't mind. If you don't leave soon, I'll tell the management company about you. After saying that, she hangs up the phone and blocks her ex-husband's number. Later, she hires a lawyer to demand child support payments. The lawyer said that her ex-husband looked thin and worn out. He must be having a hard time. He has to pay child support and take care of his mother at the same time. It looks like his mother went with him to the talks, and the whole time they were arguing, they blamed each other. It's your fault. Even the close bond between a mother and son, which seemed so disgusting at the time, fell apart instantly when they lost their money and easy life. Maybe their link was only skin deep the whole time. No matter what, it's no longer her problem. Jennifer, on the other hand, sold her flat for a fairly high price, saved all the money to raise her daughter, and now works hard while living with her parents. She hopes to find love again one day, but right now her main goal is to make as much money as she can for her daughter. She also promises to follow the lead of her ex-mother-in-law and not get too involved in her daughter's life.